Who is Papa Louie? Papa Louie is a character created by Flipline Studios. He was first introduced in the Flash game Papa Louie When Pizzas Attack. The official description for the game says, "The adventure that started it all. While Papa Louie was hosting a party at Papa's Pizzeria, the infamous onion ring infiltrated all the orders. Delicious pizzas were transformed into gooey pizza monsters that kidnapped all of Papa Louie's customers, teleporting them to far-off lands. Armed with his trusty pizza paddle and loads of pepper bombs, Papa Louie must rescue all of his loyal customers and put an end to the infamous onion ring." From 2007 to 2023, Flipline Studios has released pretty much 19 Papa's Gamerias, which include Papa's Pizzeria, Papa's Burgeria, Papa's Taco Mia, Papa's Freezeria, Papa's PancakeARA, Papa's Wingeria, Papa's Hot Doggeria, Papa's CupcakeARA, Papa's Pastaria, Papa's Donuteria, Papa's Cheeseria, Papa's Bakeria, Papa's Sushiria, Papa's Scooperia, Papa's Mocharia, Papa's Cluckeria, Papa's Freezeria Deluxe, and most recently, Papa's Paleteria. The Gamerias started out as Flash games, but with the death of Adobe Flash Player, the games were also put on the App Store. Most of them are still available on Cool Math Games and Huda Math, while others are exclusively to-go or mobile games now. But why am I claiming Papa Louie is terrible? It's simple. Papa Louie has been shown in many of the Gamerias tricking people into working for him. And as a note, I will only be covering the games where he tricks or forces people to work for him. Surprisingly, in some of the games, you can get a job normally. The very first Gameria is Papa's Pizzeria. You play as Roy. Roy is Papa Louie's nephew and helps him run the pizzeria, until one day, Roy comes into work and finds the lights are off and Papa Louie is nowhere to be found. The only trace that he was there was a note he left for Roy, reading, "Roy, time for another adventure. Run the pizzeria while I'm gone. Papa Louie." When Roy sets down the note, he is visibly displeased. This wasn't fair. Papa Louie could have given some notice to Roy, or he could have hired more than one person to work at his restaurant. You might be wondering what the new adventure he decided to go on with no notice was, and that leads us to the next game. In Papa's Burgeria, you have the option to play as Rita or Marty, and the game opens with the title Marty's Lucky Day or Rita's Lucky Day, depending on the character you choose. The intro scene is the same for both characters. They both open an envelope with a golden ticket reading, "Winner meet here for the prize, Papa Louie." When we arrive at the location, we find Papa Louie and Roy waiting. Papa Louie gestures to the Burgeria and Marty or Rita jump up in joy, while Roy looks surprised at their reaction. They probably thought they won free burgers, when really, they just get to run the Burgeria while Papa Louie abandons them. I know you might be thinking, well, why didn't they refuse the job? It's not like Papa Louie is forcing them to take it. And to that I say, they probably took the job because Papa Louie is famous or something. The next game is Papa's Taco Mia, which I'm very annoyed isn't called Papa's PancakeARA. It opens with Maggie or Mitch waiting in a tent for a taco eating contest outside of the restaurant. The contest takes the whole day and you win. What's the prize, you may ask? What do you think it is? You own the restaurant now, of course. Maggie/Mitch looks very uncomfortable to be forced into a job. I think the whole thing I said about Papa Louie being famous does actually affect their decision. Papa Louie is, for some reason, kind of a role model to a lot of these people in these games, so they might feel like saying no to the job would be wrong. But it's not wrong. Papa Louie needs to be told no. The next game is Papa's PancakeARA, where you can play as Prudence or Cooper. The scene opens with our character driving with their pet when they decide to stop at Papa's Pizzeria. Your pet sees a squirrel and chases after it as you're walking out with the pizza. The next day, you put up missing posters before receiving a call. It's Papa Louie, and he has your pet at the PancakeARA. If you were to ask me, I'd probably tell you he kidnapped your pet to get another worker. But anyways, you're overjoyed that your pet is safe, so you drive over to Maple Mountain to retrieve them. But when you get there, Papa Louie is once again nowhere to be found. And the only trace of him is a note that's in your pet's mouth. It says, Prudence, or Cooper, Pickle, or Cookie, really likes it here in the PancakeARA. I need a favor, too. Run the shop while I'm gone. Papa Louie. Once again, Papa Louie is shown to have no care for others in these situations. And I'm not really sure where I can throw this part in, but you are also not being paid well to work at these places. I play Papa's Freezeria to go a lot, and I got to rank 50, and I'm only being paid like $175 a week. So he's also underpaying all of these people, so that's another reason why he's terrible. I was going to cover more of the games, but I'm running low on time, and I think I've provided a decent amount of evidence for my claim. Papa Louie is an awful person and employer. He has little respect for others' thoughts and feelings, and people let him get away with it because he's a celebrity.